The 58th edition of the Presidential Cycling Tour of Turkey got underway with a 135-kilometre thrash along the Mediterranean coast in southern Turkey. It was a brisk start to 8 days of stage racing, and this event delayed following the earthquakes earlier in the year, and delight to organisers and everyone involved in Turkey that this important stage race could eventually get underway. It took a long time for the early break to establish itself. The Netherlands national squad among the teams particularly eager to be involved, and indeed it was Bram Dissel who would eventually forge clear and draw a group of 6 cohorts to make it a 7-rider group up front, whose advantage was always a narrow one. Bram Dissel, the big rider from the Netherlands national team, eventually looked around and was delighted to see that he had 2 representatives of the Spor cycling team, the local squad, with Dogukan Arikan and Serdar Anil Depe joining the riders up front. Matthias Kostanski from Voster ATS team also joining in the party. Alex van den Bulke, the young Belgian with the Tartaletto Isarek squad. Tobias Nulde from Germany and the PNS Benotti team. And Robishan Oyola of Team Medellin with 3 opportunities along the way to interrupt the proceedings of trying to hold off the group behind. It was Kostanski that began the first of the intermediate sprints, but eventually Bram Dissel it was who just about managed to fend off the late attack from Tobias Nulde to take the points at the first intermediate sprint, and he eventually would scoop the lead in the Treasures of Turkey Sprints classification. Hot work for the riders, short stage, but important to get the sustenance on board for what was anticipated to be a tough week of racing, beginning with a stage that was billed as one for the sprinters, including the likes of Mark Cavendish, Jasper Philipsen, and indeed many of the world's top teams. 4 World Tour squads involved in total, 7 at UCI Pro Team level, 12 UCI Continental teams and 1 national squad, with Bram Dissel representing their colours, less interested and involved in the second sprint of the day. Just inside 50 kilometres to go. Nolde sprinting well in the company of Matthias Kostanski, and settling down once more to the final 20 kilometres when they came to the single 4th category climb of the week. The bid for the first red jersey of the King of the Mountains classification. A cagey affair with just 3 of the initial 7-rider break clear of the field at that point. Maximum advantage less than a minute. And that whittled down as the riders focus their attention on the battle for that red jersey. Tobias Nulde showing fine sprinting strength at the top of what was a relatively gentle climb. And the Colombian Oyola not quite able to get up on terms. Team Medellin though, with plenty to look forward to during the week, and it was Oyola and Nulde with the last 2 riders standing from that initial 7-rider break as they approach the final 15 kilometres. The big sprint squads started to flex their muscles. Bora Hansgrohe had done plenty of the pacemaking during the day with thoughts of producing success from Matt Walls, but it was the Alpecin de Koning squad also who did a lot of lead-out duties, and indeed it was Ramon Sinkeldam who was leading out Jasper Philipsen into the final 400 metres, dropping off the Belgian Jasper Philipsen absolutely perfectly inside 200 metres to go. Gleb Syriza of the Astana squad not quite able to get up and over the flying Belgian. Timothy Dupont making it 3 Belgians, 2 Belgians in the top 3. Clenched fist salute from Jasper Philipsen, 15th victory of the season. More success in Turkey, and delivering on his pre-event and pre-stage favourite status. No one able to get on terms with one of the best sprinters in the world. So stage honours for Philipsen ahead of Syriza and Dupont, and he would take the turquoise jersey into stage 2.